Hi guys, again this is Trissa. I blog over at Sewing and Things, and this is day one of the Ollie bomber jacket sew along with sew a little seam. Hopefully you've already cut out all of your fabric. I have all mine cut out. You can see it's all right here, nice and handy for me. So yeah, if you haven't done that yet, definitely go ahead and print your pattern and cut out your fabric, because we are going to start on pockets today. But first we're going to start off by marking our patterns and applying interfacing. This basically only really applies to the welt pocket. However, a couple other places that you can use interfacing other than your welt pocket, of course, is on your, if you're going to do a hooded version, you want to probably put a little piece of interfacing where your grommet or eyelets are going to be if you are going to be adding those for a drawstring. I am not going to add those because I hate grommets and eyelets, installing them. It's terrible. Or I don't think I've ever actually done it. It intimidates me, so I always skip it. And I never use a drawstring, and my child ends up ripping out the drawstring anyway, so I figure why put it in. But yeah, so if you're going to do that, you definitely want to add that to your hood piece. And then also, if your collar is a lightweight fabric, you can stabilize it by cutting out a piece of your, cut out some interfacing the length of your collar, but not on the fold, and put it on the wrong side of your collar. That'll help stabilize it. And then also you can put a half inch wide piece, the length of your front piece, for help with your zipper if your fabric is not very stable. And you can either do that to just the main, the lining, or both, doesn't matter. It's up to you. But there's other things you can do for the zipper, like Wonder Tape and whatnot, but we'll talk about that on zipper day. But anyway, so those are the main places you're going to want to do interfacing. So I actually did find my interfacing box. It was in my son's room in the closet, and I have relocated it under the table. But so I have my interfacing cut out. This is what I have. So I didn't buy more. It's like a cotton interfacing of sorts. I don't know. It feels like a quilting cotton weight. I've used it before. This is the other stuff I have is too light, so, and I don't want to go to the store, so I'm gonna use this stuff, and it should be fine. I was doing some research on interfacing, and it says that you want to use stuff that's either equal to or lighter weight than your fabric base. You don't want to do thicker, so definitely keep that in mind. And we want a medium weight, so not really heavy, not super paper thin. But yeah, so we will be doing that. But first we are going to start off by marking our pattern for the welt pocket, but we'll sew the welt on in a different video. But for now we'll do our pocket, or we'll mark our pattern. So I have my front piece, and then let me get my front paper piece. I cut out this one. I didn't cut out. I used a roller thing. So there's different ways you can mark your pattern. It's really all for personal preference. I like to use this rolly thing on dark stuff. It has chalk inside of it. It works pretty well. There's some pens that I've tried and I hated them. So I pretty much just stick to my little roller. So we are going to And again, if you're not doing pockets or you're not doing a welt pocket, you can basically skip this because it's not necessary for a kangaroo pocket. But anyway, so we'll just basically, if you can, I guess, can move this so you can see. You have a little hole, so I'm just gonna draw with my little chalk pen to mark my pattern. Okay, so you can see here, pattern is marked on the right side of your fabric. And so you want to make sure we're doing this on the right and wrong side of your fabric. So yeah. Done. Okay. So now you should have your front, you can see that, the front and the back of your fabric marked for your welt. And then we will go ahead and apply our interfacing to our pockets. So whenever I do this, whenever I've done this before, I skip the instructions and I put the interfacing on the wrong piece, so the big one goes on the bodice, the small one goes on your large pocket. So there's a bigger pocket and a smaller pocket. The bigger pocket is going to be your welt. That's what you're going to see. And then the inside is just the lining, the inside of the pocket. So make sure you keep that in mind when you cut out your pattern, if you want your color to your pocket to match or not. The larger one is going to be your welt. So we're going to go ahead and apply the large interfacing on our pocket, and you can use that the piece that you marked on the wrong side is basically going to be your guide for where you're going to apply your interfacing. You're basically going to be doing that, laying that in the center of your of the marking. So the marking is in the center of your interfacing. So we are going to go ahead and iron those on, and then on your pocket, you want to make sure that it is a 1/2 inch from the straight edge of your pocket. So the wrong side. So we're going to go ahead and iron those on right now, and then we will come back. Okay, so now you should have your 2 front pieces with your interfacing on the wrong side, and then your corresponding markings. You can see that on the front of them. And then I also did baby girl's jacket, but I used a hopefully it washes out, a blue mark on the wrong side, and then a corresponding interfacing on the wrong side. So I have all my front pieces all ready for welt pockets, and then I have my pockets ready with interfacing on them. So now you are pretty much ready to sew on your welt pocket. There are a few additional markings you can make on your pattern now, or you can wait until later. Also, if you want, you can do interfacing on your front where your zipper is going to be now, or you can wait and do that later. But the other places we're going to need to mark is for the women's version. There's a mark on your sleeve for where it's going to line up to the shoulder seam. The women's sleeves are not cut on the fold, so there is a front and a back, so you hopefully cut those out as mirror images. But the children's version, those are just cut on the fold, so you just need to mark the center of the sleeve. And then on the waistband, we're going to need to mark the center of the waistband when we do the zipper, but those don't necessarily have to be done right now. You can, if you want to, mark them with a pin or mark them with whatever marking pencil, pen that you like. But other than that, once you have all your interfacing ironed on, then we will go ahead and start with the welt pocket. See you later. Bye.